Good day everyone, I am Lyza Maraño from Bisset English 3A and I am here to discuss the 6-word flash fiction. So for our objectives, at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to define the meaning of 6-word flash fiction, learn how to write a 6-word flash fiction, and analyze the given example of 6-word flash fiction. So what is a 6-word flash fiction? It is a 6-word story. It is entire story told in only 6 words. It is a short narrative that can have all the emotional themes of longer stories from funny to drama, sad to scary, scary to sad, while these quick stories don't have the classic beginning, middle, and end of the traditional storytelling. They have a subject and a verb that the reader's sense of what happened in a bit conflict. Like the other forms of short stories or flash fiction, a 6-word stories allows a reader to consume an entire narrative in just a moment's time. And if you were trying to get in some short but challenging burst of writing practice throughout your day, you should try the writing 6-word stories. I have here the famous 6-word flash story by Ernest Hemingway. It is titled "For Sale Baby Shoes Never Worn." Um, the famous example, in 6 simple words, a heartbreaking narrative is told from the few words, but also from it is left out. Here are the other stories in 6-word flash fiction. The 13th birthday, I laughed and I cried. I'm dating him, she's my girlfriend. Google how to inflate a life raft. Now I will be discussing how to write a 6-word story. Once you master the art of this tiny type of storytelling, you should try using some of your original small stories as writing prompts for your next longer work. Um, it is a itty-bitty tales are creative writing and its finest and shortest. First, we have a basic story structure. This is short story format should contain conflict, or rather teaser of a conflict conveyed with vivid words. It should also have a subject followed by a verb that gives it a action and movement. Um, it also should have a feeling of resolution. Second, have a small narrative arc. The key to writing your own 6-word story is to take an original idea, filter out most of the words, and leave the most informative ones in to tell a whole story. Third is to entice the reader to fill the blanks. So in just 6 little words, you can create a powerful story that evokes emotion. Use what's left on the cutting room floor to draw the reader even farther. In other words, part of your story will be in what's left unsaid, or it is better to left unsaid. You have to tease your audience with the 6 words um, that will let their mind fill in the blanks with a bigger narrative and give them a sense of a complete story. Fourth is choose your words carefully. With only 6 slots to fill, um, you don't have the room to waste word choices. You have to choose words that have a purpose and meaning and will drive your story forward. shortened phrases will contradict to make room for nouns and verbs. You have to use punctuation marks, colons, and em dash to join different phrases without having to use the conjunctions. Fifth is the write your own story. When writing your own story, you have to find inspiration in your own life and you have to write a little memoir. Try thinking of a pivotal moment and you have to boil it down to 6 words or you have to make it into a 6 words that will carefully sum up your experience and you can add your emotions. And for the last step is to submit your story. The 6 word stories have become popular on websites like Tumblr, Reddit, with users submitting their original works. Um, some have even gone on to become part of published books within the story genre. When you have written the great 6 story word, you have to find a online outlet and share it to the world. As I have said earlier, the story of Ernest Hemingway, titled For Sale, Baby Shoes Never Worn. It is a short story that could fit into a title, but it resonates with depth and tragedy. This particular quote, supposedly it is originating in the 1920s. It served as a confirmation of Hemingway's talent and wit. It also influences the numerous attempts to create a story in the words frame. Um, it is a so-called flash or sudden fiction. It gives only a glimpse of a story that you can know that um, it can give so much more. It a 6 stories on Twitter. Um, but writing a 6 word story, it is not easy. You have to spend a amount of time crafting the perfect tweet or Instagram caption. But this didn't deter Twitter users from giving it a go for after the actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt that set his followers a 6 word story challenge. And here are some of the most powerful and intriguing examples of Twitterature. The first one is Does It Need to Be Said by Julian Moore. Next is Bench for Two, Now for One by Givarny and Supposed to Be 27 Today by Katie. If you if you were going to um, dig deeper from the story titled Six She's Supposed to Be 27 Today, you will realize that this short 6 word stories, it is about a person who died that um today she's supposed to be 27, but because she died too early, she did not became 27. For our conclusion, the 6 word flash fiction should have leave a lasting impression with whether it is a twist, a powerful emotion, or an open-ended idea that lingers to the reader's mind. It also should capture the heart of the story in an impact, impactful way. These 6 word stories shows the power of short writing. That even though it is short, we can get an they can help students to learn write clearly and creatively. Even in making literature more engaging and accessible. It is also a fun way to tell a big stories with a short words, a 6 words